Divine Sunshine, coming to you with your trigger warning. Are you tired of the mind games? I was about to say, are you being tired of being mindful? It's always that kind of came to me. I'm seeing a lot of trends of things that's going on. Now currently we are getting close, some of us, to union. And we're at the point that it's very important that we guard ourselves. Is some of you all like to call it darkness or principalities or whatever it is, that kind of things that come, are finding ways to use people that you believe that are really trusted sources on things. And I believe that they're having good intentions. However, when we're looking at readers or getting information from other people, it's very important that we weed through it. Some of them, we got some new information that's coming in. We have people that's coming in and starting out that are, they really do are in, some of them in heart of heart are really for best in purposes, is that to give you, inform you about the journey. However, what's making me start to kind of question some of these is as far as, like, what are your credentials as to what makes you to be a twin flame expert? What I mean by that is that a lot of them are coming in, and I'm listening to some of the things in the verbiage that they're using, and I'm hearing it mixed in. It's almost like with street and spirituality together. I've told you several times on this channel that in order for you to be in service or to be in alignment with your divine counterpart, if union is what you want, this is going to take for you to have more of a radical approach as far as getting into union. You cannot use the same tools. You cannot use the same philosophy. You cannot use the same ideology. You cannot use the things that get you through in a regular relationship and then apply it to the twin flame dynamic. You could say, let's say for instance, you got somebody who your twin has been married twice or 3 times, and we know statistical, a lot of times they said most likely for the second marriage to be, and this is a trigger, so this is called trigger warning, for that to be successful is pretty much is going to end in a high percentage of failure rate. Now, that's something I have read. Now, is that something because they state that because of statistics, or they've done studies, or they know because they are a woman or a man that this is what it is because this is what they are, and so now I'm supposed to apply that to the twin flame aspect? If I would do that, I would never be trying to get back, or be anybody would want to get with their twin flame, because they're saying, why would I do that? Because my goal is that I want to be married forever, and it's already, that person's already been married, so now this will be his second marriage, so I already know it's doomed. And you can say, well, that's because statistics says that. It says that, so that is so. But we have to know, and God bless Kathy, each experience is different. We have to start now listening to those, and that's those who have already walked the walk. Because right now is mind games. We getting mind ducked. I'll put it a nice way around here by people who are claiming that they are knowing the way, and they don't even know the way themselves. There's people that are saying things, and then when you talk to them in real life, or you see them and you're saying, you're contradicting the stuff that you're even saying yourself to other people. These are some things that I've known in talking in conversations with others, and saying it's 2 different things. So we have to watch, a lot of, and God bless, I see some people even ask me about that, are you, a twin flame? How do you know, when did it happen? Yada, yada, yada. And those things, at first, when it first started, it's like, okay, but I can understand that. You just like a doctor. You don't want somebody to say, well, I play a doctor on television. He's like, what's your credentials? What made you? We have to watch, because twin flames, we're getting into a thing where it is, like Patricia McNealy said, that everyone will be eventually a twin flame. It's not going to be just a 1,444 or 1,441. There is eventually, it's going to come to that template is going to be wide, and there's going to be more that are out there. Therefore, if there's going to be more that are out there, there's going to be more people who are going to be claiming that they are that. My thing is, I would say really start checking people's credentials and seeing, are they truly the twin flames that they said. You could weigh it against your heart, or you could really listen to what they're saying, because there are some of them that's got big followers, but at the same time, when you listen to them, they're not the ones that are helping you to get into your heart space. This journey is not one that can be gained by you doing mine or talking about what I know as a man or a woman or statistics or any of those things, because that's going to be another thing to blockade you. I listened to Sherry and Lee. That's why I said we had to start listening to people who have walked the walk, that are actually in union. And I listened to them, and he said it, and he said it over and over again. This thing cannot be done by mind. I've been saying that on this channel for the longest. This is something that you've got to get into your heart space. You cannot get into this point where this is a trigger. If you're denying yourself something of access to a person or whatever, or an action or whatever it is, because you're saying, well, I'm not going to do this because they're this, then you're stopping yourself from really being vulnerable. And that's really what it boils down. Some of us are scared to be vulnerable with our counterpart because we've gotten hurt from past relationships, and we're taking that and we're doing it again because either the DM or the divine feminine has hurt us. Again, is that a thing there for you to put yourself out there like that? Someone said, well, I'm not going to put myself out there to be hurt. Is that what you telling me to do, to just lay it on out there just like that? But some of you all are at the point that you even stopping yourself for what gives you pleasure, what makes you be in your heart. This is a soul connection. This is not a mind connection thing. And where your soul lies is in your heart. So many of you all, and just like he had said that even on the program, and let me pause real quick and say again, I posted on my community tab about them that Sherry is now going through some health issues. I think she's got like a liver disease or something that's really critical. Right now, they're asking for you to donate to them. So I posted that on there for you to be able to do that. But understanding with them, that he was just kept on saying, is about the heart. And staying in the heart and communicating from the heart. And how when you do certain things, you're denying your own self. And I could tell some of the people that he was talking to even on, and I will post, share that, was on the show, and some of them weren't kind of getting it. It was like, yeah, but, because they kept on trying to reason it. And he was like, I'm telling you, it's not going to work. Why would you rebuttal against somebody else that's in union, that's been in there, that's got a coaching system, that's got years and years of experience, that's passing on what they know to others, and you the person that has been in no union, no nothing, and not trying to put anyone down, but again, start listening to more people who are in union, that are in communications, that are doing something with their twin. I mean, my point is, to me, when I'm listening now to it, it's like, okay, are you talking to them? We can marry down. Are you in union? Okay, no, I don't hear that. Okay, so are you in what's the next thing? Okay. Have you met your twin? No, I ain't met my twin. Okay, let's narrow that down. Okay, have you at least contacted you in 50? No, I ain't did that. Okay, well, I got a little problem. Because now you saying you twin flame, which I might not doubt and discredit that, but you need somebody who has walked the walk and been through it. How are you able to be as a leader, lead others so they'll know? I think about, I was watching the movie the Ford and the Ferrari, and how the struggle of them being able to do that. And it seemed like a lot of times at the end of the race, he even listened to somebody else. He was about to win the race. He was right there, and then the boss from Ford told him, why don't you pull back, and I want all 3 cars to win the race at the same time. And so then first he's like, no, I ain't gonna do it. So he did do a lap there that he beat his own record. And then the last one, it came to him, and then he was like, okay, let me be a team player and go ahead with the rest of them and win with the rest of the other cars. Then he finished crosses the finish line and finishes, and then ends up being in second place. He was about to be first. He listened to them. This is what I'm thinking. And when I seen the movie, I was like, this is it. Some of us, we're so close, we start listening to other things and other people, and they start playing in there, getting our head and start playing those mind games. And then there it is again. We back much further than where we were. We have to trust our heart in knowing what is good for us. Everybody, as Kathy D said, is different. Everybody's journey is different. If you feel like what you are doing is causing you to be in misery because you're denying yourself of something, and you feel like you want to do that something or whatever it is, and I don't know what it is to you as far as on this twin flame journey, then why deny yourself of that? Because if you share the same heart and the same soul, does that mean you're saying the same heart? So in some ways you are like a mirror and you're reflecting, and so at the same time that person is also abstracting and restricting themselves from access to you on some level. It might not be just from it showing in the relationship against you, but maybe to themselves. We have to, I understand, and I was real frustrated. If you would have called me yesterday, it would have been a whole different thing, because, seeing things and getting triggered and saying, okay, so if I follow what directions that was shared to me, and I will do this thing that was shared to me, that will put me in misery. Because I know in my heart of hearts that's not following my heart. So in doing that, there goes the mind games. And Lee has said it himself. This is a person who successfully is in union. He's like, you stay in the head. That's the way you get more separation going on, is when you start going in the head. But when you stay in the heart, that's where you get success from. Now, if your heart says, okay, if I call and I talk to this person or whatever it is, like I've had people say, oh, I want to text this person, should I? And some within your heart say, I feel unreadiness in my heart to call, then don't do it. But if in your heart you say, something in my heart is just tugging me, I really do want to communicate just to see how this person is doing, then do it. And don't get attached to the results of it. If they don't pick up, hey, fine, you ain't ready. At least I know your phone is on and you in the land and the living, that's fine. Because a lot of times when you do that, again, it's going to trigger you, and it's some kind of lesson that you have to learn. Just like what I had watched and I'd seen, it was given to me as some information, it triggered me, and they made me much stronger to say, okay, either I'm going to dig my heels more into it, am I going to follow that and have me be veered off and be more way away from me being closer to union, or am I going to really dig my heels in and say, I'm just going to stay right where I am until I'm not going to move until I see it, like chess. Because you're asking me to take chess pieces off that I know that I think if I move that piece off, I'm exposed. And then before I know it, there go union down the drain. Now, everybody's walk is different. You do what was your reserves right. But my point is still, and I was so glad to see that, because they made me, even when I watched it, I cried. was, again, it's not about the head. I've been saying this from the longest time. And if you're staying in the head, you will not have too much success in getting yourself into union. If you're not finding a balance between that, and if you're a person say, well, I have to be, you've got to find a balance between your heart and your head. Or it's mainly your heart. I'm being really nice by giving you a leeway, because it's not going to work that way. Those people who are used to systems and things like that, I think about that when I went to the Dolores Cannon, and some things I'm with hers and some things I'm not. And she said those people who are left-brainers, this concept about what you're doing as far as spirituality is going to be a hard sell for you. Those of you all, I want to add on to, those of you all is used to a system of something, working corporate, working something kind of systematic, that you rely on somebody kind of telling you a certain way you do things, that you got to use your brain a lot. Trigger warning, it's going to be hard for you to get out that mind space again, because if you're used to systems and systematic ways of doing things, it's going to be hard for you to say, I'm trusting this, like I'm going at this with no training wheels. I'm relying on my heart. I'm relying on my intuition to do that. Now, I understand that some of you all said, now you kind of way out there. And I know even people in my circles that look at me and don't say anything, but just say, not my friends. Funny enough of things to me, again, it's people who are in the circle who are more spiritual, that are more critical, which I find very interesting. More critical about things. Did one, thank God, what the subscriber said, she loved what I was doing, but at the same time I wasn't subscribed. I seen the comment, although I erased it, but at the same time, different things, not being able to open up their minds to other things, said that even when I did the one with Jada and Will Smith, said I was idolizing them. I say idolizing means I'm making them God. I ain't making no God. I'm telling you about what they are. They are an example of a template of a twin flame, where they are practicing unconditional love. She cheated, point blank, in front of his face, not behind his back. Like, here, it's me and him. It's me and Augusta. You over there. I know you had told me deuces, and I'm semi-rubbing my face in it. Now, where's that? I'm not idolizing that. I'm telling you, that's how he is. It gets that gut-wrenching of hurt sometimes in the relationship, that you have to go deep down, dig in, and say, I've got to clean the slate and act like you have done nothing. I remember what you did, but I can't sit up there, as my mom said, wash your face in it all the time. Every time I get that. See, if you do that, then that's ready for you to be having separation. Because again, that kind of energy cannot be housed in it. Excuse me, somebody got to release, a lot of releasing. That cannot be housed in that type of divine twin flame dynamic. That can't go. So some of us got to really think, am I prepared to do something like that, to forgive? I've come from a household, okay, yes, that there's twin flames. My mother and father were. I've seen the template of what's needed to get into union. I see what it is to do in order to get into separation. I've seen both of them, on top of having my gift. So I do know. I'm not like a person that just say, oh, I'm a twin flame. This looks cute. I seen so-and-so and so-and-so do it. And so now I'm going to get me some cards out and call myself a twin flame. This is done by a lot of experiential, a lot of experimenting, a lot of experience, a lot of that stuff. But what I do know is that when I stay in my heart, I have more success than I am in my brain. That's where the misery comes. Misery love companies, because then it starts, thoughts bring two friends and so on and so on. And if I stay in that, union would never be. You have to look past that. And that is what this is all about. Trusting your intuition, trusting your heart. Then that will stop the mind games. You hear everybody saying that. Even Twin Flame All-Stars say, get into your soul. That's how you get into union. Is it all right in your soul? If me not doing X, Y, and Z, that's not getting into my soul, then that's not the way to be. You have to make up in your mind what you're going to do, what's right for you. But please do not base it upon statistics or what human nature or what it is that, because again, I thought we were supposed to be divine, so now I'm basing the actions upon what a regular person, a human being does. Okay, now there goes another conflict. Which one is? Then that goes the mind games again. Now your mind ducked again. It's this thing right now, it's got to get more simplified, as Sean said, that came on here, and we're overestimating and we applying worldly tools, like that poverty card that's got that little boy with the old-fashioned chimney sweeper and broom and stuff like that. We're using old tools to apply to something brand new. We have to learn how to be fluid. We got to learn how to go with the flow. But we got to also make it easy on ourselves. Check in with your heart first, not your mind. That's a real key thing that's clear cut. That's the only thing that's clear cut across the board, no matter what it is. And we have to really get to that point that we understand that. And like I said, we're getting very close. But I'm noticing at the same time, there's, like he said, I feel like it's a lot of heartbreak. A lot of us is woe is me. We're looking for things to back up our woe is me attitude and energy and vibration and frequency that we're actually on. We're not asking for divine truth to be shown. We asking for the truth that we already know. That means when you ask for divine truth, maybe you don't know what that means. You asking for something over and beyond. You're looking for God's truth to be shown. What does he see for you? His vision, not your own. We've gotten to the point that some of us are veering off track. And it's not because of your own. It's also because of what is being fed to you. You got to remember that these people who are talking to you from their own experience, from whatever's going on with them. You know, as readers, we do come on here and try to be our best as far as that. And again, but we have to remember, if we got like life experiences and things like that, some of us that we know that we're in those kind of like vibrations. And I don't get on here. And I've seen other readers, like if your mind is not right, you're like, what happened to you? If your mind is not right, you going through it, and you feel like you ain't really seen twin flame, or at that moment, some of us really need to kind of, at this point, kind of say, I need to kind of take a little vacation so I can get right back into it. Because some of us are acting like we for it, but we're not. And some of us are actually, again, we're acting, you can tell that they're not really for the thing. They just out there for just because it's cute and it's trendy. You have to check your heart first on about that. That's on anybody. That's even including me. Because we never know what kind of mind space a person is in. And again, like I said, you can't achieve success or union coming from the mind. Some of us get it. Oh yeah, I got it. And then when I have a conversation with you, or I see your comments down at the bottom, and I'm like, you ain't got it. You talking that old paradigm stuff on there. And I was like, Lord, when they gonna get it? Just source when they gonna get it. when they gonna get it, when they gonna get it, when they gonna get it. I'm not saying, and I'm working on things too, but I know when it gets me into that headspace, that's a wrong spot for me to be. Things get all awry. You talk about all negative things coming and attracted to me. The DM acting up, things acting up, things out of the blue. Like, where this come from? People calling issues from out of the blue that I ain't even think of because I'm in that wrong space and I'm attracting because that's the frequency I'm now in. So we just have to really watch it at this time. Guard your heart. Because right now they're trying to get access through your mind. And through doing that, through those mind games there, it's filtrating down to your heart, which is now making some of you all question. You done came so far. Now you question about what is. I know because I went through it the other day. And I was like, where this coming from? I'm the leader. This is not resonating for me. Now, according to Kathy D, sometimes I'm 2 weeks ahead, so I'm warning you. Is someone gonna come in and be like, I don't know on that one. And you got to kind of say, let me just take a break and talk to someone. Like I talked to my mom, and she's like, well, this is probably where this came from. And talk to somebody trusted that's going to help to get you back on track instead of off. Because my thing is like, why are we ascending if you expect your counterpart to still, in some ways, be in the same spot they are? Somebody's going to get changed in that. I don't know how it's going to look on their end, but we're expecting, and you hear all of us say that they're ascending. Some of them are woke. Some of them not, some of them are woke and they just refuse to listen to intuition and that. They're woke, but it's like, it's like they got the powers, but they're not using it. And that's being mind games there too, as well. So, like I say, take the information that I have here, again, but I do want you to start checking in with your heart. I give you assignment, because I am a teacher by trade too. Go watch some people who are in union. Listen to the lingo. Listen to what they're saying. I am going to post in the community tab the one about Sherry and Lee and Sherry, so you can see. It's very important. Just like they say in anything, the more, whatever you want to come, you should go and hang around and be around those persons, so you can really get an understanding of their frequency, their energy, and their vibe that they're doing. And then compare to somebody else that is, they're saying they're for a team, for you for Twin Flames, and see how they still talking the same thing that they're talking about. Because then that's going to help you to guide you to know if what I'm listening to and fearing my ear gate and my eye gate with, is this helping prepare me to get to union if that's what I want. Now, union again could be with your person or yourself. Are they saying things to make me whole, or are they saying more things to me to make my mind split? And then become my heart disconnected from this and the whole process from it, because you're listening to them. You have to, we're getting to the point we've got to start thinking about that. Go listen to someone who's in union. Listen to those ones. You got a lot of them that are out there. Not that other one. I can see them. They suspect. I think they ain't got taken off the thing. But go and look at that. Twins that's in union. Lee and Sherry are very good to be out. Those are the only ones that I would. There's some other ones that's out there, but I definitely know they're credible. I know it's somebody in Nicole as well. And you got the other one, the other one that just had a baby with her and Jack. Them two as well. It's a whole different dynamic. It's a whole different lingo. You got to learn and start. If that's what you want to be, that's what you got to do. I know that when I was in college, they're saying you got to go study with those people. Like that's why they have internships. Study with those people. The more you read, the more you become those things. The more you expose yourself to, the more you get aligned with that. If that's what you want, that's what you got to do. But listen to the people that's saying about, that I'm not too sure if they know what they're talking about. And they're talking like they talking to a person like they on the street somewhere, or they coming from all this kind of psychology 101 and all that extra other stuff that's there because I'm a man, I'm a woman, and I know what they do. I mean, you listen and see does it resonate with it. But if it takes you too much out of your heart, guess what? You then missed the mark some kind of way. And that's just my trigger warning to you. All right. Always, you can get your divine love letter from me. Go to Divineunisouls11.co so you can get an understanding of what's going on with your partner as well. Because, yeah, a lot of times when you get more disconnected from your heart, you get disconnected from you. Because that is also a mirror of yourself and your partner as well. Your counterpart. So that's something to think about as well too. So it's something you deny yourself. You hear Lee say that several times in the video I'm going to share to you in union. So that's, again, we have to kind of remember that. So go there so you can get your letter, so you can help you to get connected to see about what things that your divine counterpart are saying. They're very vulnerable, very raw, and very real in what things they give you as far as clues that's going on with that. All right, as always, have a good weekend, and I will catch up with you on Monday. All right then, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. Love you.